What's good, Chaotic Nation? It is your boy, Chaos here. And today I want to discuss one of my favorite characters in Pokemon of all time, Blue. Blue has been the talk of many debates and theories in the Pokemon community, and today I want to talk about one of these conundrums. Was Blue ever really a champion? This video will be covering the status of Pokemon video games. So, no consideration for Blue's championship will come out of any other media like the manga or even the anime. With all that established, let us sit back and relax as we enter the world of Pokemon. Now, Blue has quite the reputation. He is known all over the Pokemon world as a top-tier trainer. But there also have been accusations of him doing weird things and cheating and even obtaining illegal mons. Regardless of those topics, we are here to determine if Blue ever was a champion. To become a champion of a region, you have to defeat the typical 8 gym leaders of the region, or have beaten the grand trial on each of the Alolan Islands. You are then tasked with defeating the Elite Four of the most powerful trainers in the entire world. And once you have completed both of these feats, you are then tasked with dethroning the current champion of the region. Now, as we know from Red, Blue, and Yellow and Fire Red, Leaf Green, Blue had accomplished these tasks and rightfully won the title of Kanto Champion. When you battle Blue in Indigo Plateau, his title is Champion, so this case could easily be dismissed right here. Blue also constantly refers to himself as a champion throughout every iteration of his character throughout the timeline in the Pokemon games. But anyone can proclaim that they are a champion. Regardless, there are several sources pointing to Blue as a champion, but there's some things that are making me question if this title was self-given or if it was an official title. An interesting part of this is that Professor Oak acknowledges Blue as a champion, but it's unclear that Blue was ever honored in the Hall of Fame. Oak only takes the player character back to be honored as a champion, which is a documentation that the trainer has beaten all others and has obtained this rank of champion. It's important to note that all champions are documented in the Hall of Fame. So, does this mean that Blue technically was not a champion because he wasn't documented in the Hall of Fame? Now, while we ponder this thought of the theory, we should also take a look at another stipulation of the championship. Blue would have had to beat the former champion in order to become a champion himself. But we never see any other champion. Lance's dialogue tells us that he would call us a champion if our rival hadn't beaten him first. Does this mean that Lance was a champion before Blue? If yes, then who would function as the 4th Elite Four member? If no, then who was the champion? This makes a series of serious question asking, adding to our determination of Blue as the official champion. Despite the temptations of discussing the former champion and all that video would have to entail, or even if there was one at this point in the timeline, I'm going to move along with this video. Maybe that's a theory for another day. The final point of this theory is that Blue is always waiting for us in the Champion's Room in the Kanto games. Now, this is relatively easy to debunk. Blue is simply waiting for us to come back to the room to challenge us at the end of each run of the Elite Four we make, because he wants to become the champion again. But we just keep beating him over and over again. So Blue being in the Champion's Room every time we go through the league really makes no difference to his champion title. Or does it? The problem with all of this is that Blue's dialogue doesn't change for any of the rematches. He still acts as if he just beat the league and was named the champion. But this is faulty since you are the champion, and he would have had to defeat you, the champion, to be the new champion. Could this be that Blue is just taunting you? Could this be a lack of making new dialogue for Blue when you go through the Elite Four the second time? Could this be Blue falsely identifying as a champion? Either way, we need to finally decide if Blue was ever really a champion or not. All evidence points to the fact that Blue was called a champion, but I am unconvinced that he was truly immortalized as one. From Oak's dialogue in the Champion's Room, we understand that he is just arriving at the end of our battle with our rival, Blue, and the only player he has taken back to the Hall of Fame to be immortalized is the player character, which leads me to conclude that Blue, while achieving all the accomplishments necessary to become the champion of a region, was never officially a champion. Blue's title was just self-proclaimed, And while it was appropriate for him since he had completed all the feats necessary, it was never made official, which means that he technically wasn't a champion. Well, that's my thoughts on Blue's champion title. Let me know your conclusion in the comment section in our Discord server. Also, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of my content or my theories coming out in the future. It is very important that you make sure you are joining the Discord server so that you can make sure you get access to every single video that comes out and have a place to comment on anything going on with any of my channels, whether that be here or on Twitch. There's links in the description down below for my Discord server, my Twitter, and my Twitch account if you want to go follow me on those 3 platforms. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, my name is Chaos, and I'm signing off. Stay safe, and as always,